Los Angeles, the city of dreams, the city of stars, the city where people come to rewrite their destinies, to chase ambition, to carve out something bigger than themselves. But tonight, the dreams are shrouded in smoke. The stars are hidden behind an orange sky. The fire rages through the hills, through the forests, through the streets. Fire is a monster. It does not knock before entering. It does not ask permission before destroying. It does not care who you are, where you are from, or what you have built. It moves fast, tearing through homes, through memories, through entire lives in the blink of an eye. And yet Los Angeles does not fall. It does not break. It does not surrender. Because this city, this place, is more than just buildings and streets. It is the people, the fighters, the survivors, the dreamers who refuse to give up. Fire is a test, and we will pass it. This is not the first time we have faced wildfires. It will not be the last. The flames come every year, creeping through dry land, fanned by relentless winds, growing bigger, stronger, more terrifying. And every year we fight back. Fire is a test of courage, a test of resilience, a test of unity. And let me tell you something, Los Angeles does not fail. When the flames roar, firefighters rush in, fearless, determined, refusing to back down. The heat is unbearable. The air is thick with smoke, but they do not stop. They battle the inferno with everything they have, risking their own lives to save others. Volunteers step up. Strangers help strangers. A neighbor loses his home, and another neighbor opens his doors. A woman donates her last bottle of water to someone who has lost everything. A family shares what little they have with another family that has nothing left. This is Los Angeles, a city that refuses to bow to destruction, a city that does not wait for heroes because it creates them. The pain is real, but so is our strength. Yes, the loss is real. The pain is real. Watching everything you love turn to ashes is a pain no one should ever have to bear. The home you built, the photographs of a life well lived, the toys your child played with, gone in minutes. The grief is heavy, the sorrow is deep, but you are not alone. You are never alone, because the human spirit is unbreakable. You are unbreakable. Los Angeles is not just a city, it is an idea that nothing, not fire, not disaster, not even complete destruction, can keep us down. This city was built by those who refused to quit. Immigrants who came here with nothing but hope, workers who built skyscrapers with their bare hands, dreamers who wrote their names in history with blood, sweat, and sacrifice. We do not quit. We do not run. We do not break. The flames will die, but we will keep burning. The fire will not last forever. The smoke will clear. The ashes will settle. And when they do, we will still be here, standing, fighting, rebuilding. Because fire does not just destroy, it purifies. It clears the way for something new. From the ashes, forests will grow again. Homes will be rebuilt. Streets will be filled with life once more. And the people of Los Angeles, they will be stronger than ever. Because we are not victims of this fire. We are survivors of it. We are warriors, and we will rise again. Los Angeles, a city built on dreams, on ambition, on the relentless pursuit of something greater. A city that has seen the impossible become possible, the ordinary become extraordinary. A city that has never been just a place on a map, but a living, breathing force of nature. And yet, even the strongest forces must sometimes endure trials that test their very foundations. Tonight, the hills glow, not with the golden light of the sun, not with the shimmering skyline of downtown, but with fire. A fire that does not know mercy, a fire that does not wait, a fire that does not care who you are or what you have built. It takes without asking, it moves without warning. It engulfs without remorse. The sky, once open and blue, is now thick with smoke. The air, once filled with life, carries the weight of destruction. But Los Angeles has seen fire before. It has seen destruction before, and it has always risen from the ashes, because this city is not made of glass towers or sprawling highways. It is made of people who refuse to be broken, people who do not surrender to flames or fear, people who have built something too strong to be reduced to cinders. Fire also cleanses. It clears the way for new beginnings, for rebirth. And in destruction, it reveals what truly matters. It reminds us that the things we own, the walls we build, the possessions we gather, all of it can be gone in an instant. But what cannot be burned, what cannot be taken, is the strength within us, the ability to endure, the ability to rebuild, the ability to stand even when everything around us has fallen. This fire, like all the others before it, will one day die. The flames will flicker out, the smoke will fade, the land will cool. And when that happens, when the last ember is nothing but a whisper in the wind, we will still be here. We will walk through the ashes, not as victims, but as survivors. We will look upon the ruins, not with despair, but with determination. Because loss is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of something new. There is a lesson in fire if we are willing to see it. Fire does not come to teach us about endings. It comes to remind us of what is eternal. It comes to show us that nothing is truly lost if the will to rebuild still burns inside us. It comes to test us, to push us, to force us to look deep within ourselves and ask, who are we when everything is taken? What do we stand for when all else is gone? And the answer, time and time again, is that we are stronger than the flames. Los Angeles is no stranger to struggle. This city was not built on ease or comfort. It was built by those who dared to dream, by those who faced hardship and still moved forward, by those who refused to accept defeat no matter how great the odds. This city is made of survivors. It is made of warriors. And a warrior does not run from fire. A warrior stands, watches, waits, and when the moment comes, a warrior rebuilds. Tonight, there are families looking at the place they once called home and seeing only ruins. There are firefighters pushing their limits, refusing to stop, knowing that every second counts. There are strangers helping strangers, hands reaching out in the darkness, proving that even in destruction, humanity shines its brightest. And this is the heart of Los Angeles, not the buildings, not the lights, not the glamour, but the people who refuse to let devastation define them. The story of Los Angeles has never been about what is lost. It has always been about what comes after. This fire, no matter how fierce, is only a chapter. It is not the final page. And when the last spark fades, when the last wisp of smoke disappears into the sky, we will write the next chapter with our own hands. We will rebuild stronger. We will rebuild wiser. We will rebuild together. Because no fire can take away what we are, no flames can erase the resilience written into the very soul of this city. And no matter how much is burned, we will always rise again. When the flames have turned to embers and the smoke has drifted away, when the sirens have quieted and the world turns to look at what remains, there will be a moment of silence. A moment where the weight of what has been lost settles upon the hearts of those who have watched their lives turn to ashes. A moment where grief takes hold, where the enormity of it all feels too heavy to bear. And in that silence, there will be questions. Why did this happen? Why now? Why us? Why this home, this street, this family? The answers will not come easily. Perhaps they will not come at all. Because fire does not give explanations. It does not offer apologies. It does not care for the stories written inside the walls it destroys. It does not stop to acknowledge the hands that built them, the love that filled them, the dreams that were nurtured within them. It simply takes. And then, just as quickly as it arrived, it is gone. But here is what fire does not understand. What it cannot understand. It can turn wood to ash, brick to rubble, steel to molten ruin, but it cannot burn love. It cannot burn resilience. It cannot burn the unbreakable spirit of those who stand together in the face of loss and refuse to let it define them. The morning after the fire will be the hardest. The world will feel unfamiliar, stripped bare of the places that once brought comfort. The streets will be lined with blackened trees, the air still carrying the scent of what was lost. And yet, even in that devastation, something else will rise. People will gather, neighbors who once passed each other without a word, now standing side by side, bound by the shared weight of survival. Strangers will arrive with food, with water, with open arms. There will be hands reaching out to lift what has fallen, voices saying, "We will get through this," and they will mean it, because they have to, because there is no other choice. And then, slowly, the rebuilding will begin. Not just the rebuilding of homes and streets and lives, but the rebuilding of hope, the understanding that what was lost was never just wood and stone, but a piece of history, a piece of self. And yet history is not only written in what stands, it is written in what endures, in the people who refuse to let tragedy be the final word, in the courage to stand in the ashes and declare that this is not the end. There will be pain. There will be moments when it feels impossible, when the weight of rebuilding seems greater than the weight of loss itself. But in those moments, look around. Look at the hands that are reaching to help. Look at the hearts that are beating with yours. Look at the city that refuses to stay down. Los Angeles has burned before. It has been shaken by earthquakes, washed by storms, tested by every force that could try to break it. And yet, it still stands. Not because it has never fallen, but because every time it has gotten back up. And this time will be no different. Because love does not burn, strength does not burn, hope does not burn. And so, neither will we.